The United States announced last week it would not send any government officials to the G20 Summit happening in Johannesburg, South Africa. The announcement escalated a diplomatic tiff between the two nations. In a social media post, U.S. President Donald Trump termed South Africa's role as G20 host a total disgrace, pointing to alleged human rights abuses against white farmers. Allegations Pretoria strongly rejects, with some reading malice in the move, particularly given that South Africa will have to hand over the leadership mantle to an empty seat.
I think what the Trump administration are doing is to throw South Africa's presidency of the G20 into a tailspin by precipitating a crisis that actually seems to be aimed at making sure that South Africa doesn't hold a successful G20 leadership role.
With the U.S. out of the picture, some political analysts foresee a shift in power dynamics.
I think if the United States have their participation reduced, we certainly will have other larger countries coming to showcase what they have to offer. And I think China is one.
For South Africa, land reforms are a critical issue aimed at addressing historical injustices rooted in apartheid. The 2024 Expropriation Acts enable the state to acquire land for public interest under defined conditions, even without compensation following due process. Washington, however, views this differently, saying this might open the doors to illegal farm seizures.
The United States, by not being at the G20, one must never think that we are not going to go on with the G20. The G20 will go on. All other heads of state will be here. And in the end, we will take fundamental decisions.
As preparations intensify, the question looms: will America's absence shift global leadership dynamics, and what does this mean for South Africa's moment in the limelight?